So we'll see two types of systems today, that is GEM systems, LCMS and LMS. So LCMS, learning content management systems, we'll see how we can able to upload the courses and how we can able to manage the courses and then publish the courses. So once you do in the LCMS, then we have to go to the LMS and to create the syllabus and to go manage the evaluation planner and also to manage the different types of training weeks that you're going to teach the course in this semester. So first I'll go to the LCMS system. So click on the once you are in the jump.jazanu.edu.sa, go to the LCMS system. Just log in with your current username and password. So once we are in the my resource, so we will see here the courseware list, and there are different types of tabs are open. So first thing is I'll go to the home page. Home. So it's jump. I'll just go into the MySpace. So here we have four different types of tabs are there: MySpace, application, resources, and courseware. So MySpace is all your where you store all your resources and where you store all your PPTs or video files or audio files related to the course. And this is like a structure. This is like a space storage inside the GEM system where you can store all your folders or files related to the course. And there is application. So this application is an authoring tool where you will manage your course content and where you can create where you can able to author using different types of resources. This is a main resource, and this one is called sub resource. So here you will manage all the resources, editing the resource and adding the new source, and here you will manage the courseware. So here you can see this resource list is all based on whatever you created previously, or this is all related to you, because here you can see the title, resource type, resource category where you are creating it and who is the creator. And here we have different types of action buttons, like you can create new resource or edit or copy, delete and select. So this is a PDF document. This is done by me. So you can see the sharing status here also. Once you upload the course and once it is done correctly, you can get the status as completed. And in the left hand side we have the different types of filter categories. So here you can see how you want the filter to be done, and if you want what type of filters that you want to apply, and here you want to search the categories by keywords. So you can show all, hide all, or reset. You can do whatever the things that you want. So first thing is I will add a new resource, since we are since I just want to show everything. So click on all resource. Since I am in the resource page, so in order to create a new resource, you can just directly create it from new, or you can go to resource and add new resource. So these are the different types of resources. One is web contents, where you want to add a web page, and the other one is ebook, where you want to add a EPUB format book. So it's a different format of ebook. And if you want to add some kind of discussion topic like a forum, you can add some kind of questions, and the students or here, because this portal is managed by the faculty may ask questions on the specific topic. And we have quiz and test learning tool. So we don't need till now, since I am uploading PPTs and I'm uploading images or videos, so I just need to use the others. So click on next. So first thing is I will create a name for the source. So introduction to discrete event simulation, and I'm putting in the category, resource category, computer science and information systems. So which department, and tags are nothing but the keywords that you want to add it to the course. Like you want to add data modeling, so I'll just add data modeling, discrete event. You can add any types of tags, because it's when people want to search, they can search it with the keywords by just adding tags. It's very easy. If you add tags, it will be very easy. And description, you can just add the course description. So I'll just add the course description. And you can click, we have two options here. You can save it until now and come back and later do it, or you can go to the next thing and complete it at one time. So I'll just click on so the description should be 1000. So I'll just remove something. So click on next. So the file type upload is, you are uploading it from the system or you are doing it from a folder. So you can do it from both the ways. So I'm uploading from the system, and file type is video, audio, image, document. It's of document format. So first you need to search and then click on upload. So click on search, go to the folder where the PPTs or whatever the things that are stored in your system, click on the file, and after you search and put the file, click on the upload process. So it's just uploading. So once the file is been uploaded, you can click on the next. This metadata template is being managed by the administrator. You don't need to specify, you can just save it or complete it. So I'm not specifying any metadata template. It's something that you can add some more information about this file. This is some additional information or additional catalog information and licensing information also. Just click on the completed. Yeah, I don't need to enter. Click on save. So the course, once you added the resource, go to all resource. It should show up here what is the resource that you added. It's loading up. So here you can see the preview for the file that is being uploaded, and this resource type is of PPT, and the resource category I put it in the wherever the department that is specified, and the creator name and the resource URL and application courseware and completed. So now is it related to the application courseware? No, it's related to sub resource. So there are two types of resources as I said. So first we create the sub resource. So if you want to create the main resource, go to the application and click on the authoring tool. So this authoring tool, you can have different types of resources that you want to keep directly from the system or directly from the resource or directly from your folder. So you can able to manage, you can able to import by using the different upload resources. So first here I want to add a document. So I'll just click on the adding the document, click on import. So this import is from the resources. I already imported the sub resource. So just click on the whatever the resource that you created and click on add resource. So once it is being added, click on submit. So here these are all 44 slides that has been imported. So what you need to do right now is these are canvas. Whatever that you put it on the timeline, you can able to view it. This is like a player. So whatever the videos or audio files or document files, whether it's a doc file or PPT file or PDF file, whatever file that you want to do it, you can just put it in the timeline and it will show it, and it will show it up on canvas. And you can also do some more additional things such as image, quiz and subtitles. What I will do is I will just click on the thing and put it on layer 1, and here you can put the time duration, like how much time you want to do it per cell basis, 10 seconds or 20 seconds. I'll put it default, and then click on file. First save the file, save this authoring tool main resource, just give the name. Give the description name, click on OK. So it is saving up. So once the content has been saved now, so once it saves, you can just have the auto save also, whatever the content that you want to put. Once it is saved, just click on the publish. Just go to publish. Now it is being published. So the content has been published. Now you can go to the content management systems and click on resources, click on all resource. So once the content has been published, you should show it, you should able to view it in the resource list. So this is the authoring tool where you uploaded, where you created using the application. This is the main resource, and this is the sub resource where you add the different types of files. So once you have done the main resource and sub resource, go to the courseware and click on the courseware builder, because you need to create which type of course where that you are creating. For every separate course you need to add, we need to create a courseware builder, not for the separate groups or separate sections. This is for the separate course. So click on the courseware builder. So give the name of the course, what course you are going to teach, and what subject you are going to teach. So this is the name of the course. So this is data modeling and simulation. And the license is this semester, when it is valid from, when is the start date, and when is the end date of this course that is being taught in this semester. So this semester we are teaching it from 17th of Jan to maybe put in May 31st, since this is the last day of our semester. So the sharing status, there are two things here. If you want to just save it to yourself, you can just unshare. If you want to share with selected users, you can just click on the share with selected users and add the associated user IDs here, or associated user IDs, and share with all. So normally it is the course that you want to share it with all the students. So click on the category, computer science, information systems, it's computer science. The tags, as I told, it's a keyword search. So just like in the resources, in the sub resources we created, so we can able to add, it's easy for searching. So data modeling and simulation, and it's a DMS, just say discrete event modeling. And for the thumbnail, you can able to add an image, or you can just put a basic thumbnail. It will be like that. So I'll just add a click on the search thumbnail. I will add it. Go to images and click on the, and the image thumbnail should be in the size of 300 by 200 pixels. And description, you can just add the course description, this one, and click on save or next. So if you want to save it till the step 1, you can just save it, or the next button I'll just click on. So once you click on the next button, here it is asking the courseware resource, main resource and sub resource. Without main resource, you can't able to go to the next step. So for every resource that you are going to create, you need to have a application authoring tool, and also it's being saved and published it. So once I done this, once I have done the main resource, and once I have the, if there is no, the main difference is if there is no sub resource to the main resource, it's okay, because the main resource is what course you are teaching in the class, like what PPT that you are following, or what PDF book that you are following, or what type of format that you are teaching it, or you can create any type of main resource. But if you have only sub resource, and if you don't have, so for every class, if you have some quizzes associated with it, you can put it in the sub resource and then add it here. So in order to move it from here to there, so just click on the basic intro to simulation, click on move. So this is a main resource, and for the sub resource you can see, so this introduction to discrete event simulation, Cisco networking, these are all the sub resource. For every sub resource it will have a tag names, resource type. So for the resource category, for the main resource, it will have a tag of default category. So I'll just select the introduction to discrete event simulation and click on the arrow button. So this is a main resource and this is a sub resource. Once you click on it and click on the next button. So this metadata template, you don't need to specify it. or else if you want to specify, just put it as a default, because this is being managed by the administrator. You don't have any more control on how you define the associated values. So you can just select it, or if you don't select also, just put on completed. So move to my courseware to a registered courseware. So okay, so this is my courseware list, and here I have two things. One is compatible and status is approved, and this one compatible and incomplete. So I have two courseware. So whichever is approved, you will get it the status as to be approved in order to be viewable in the courseware list. So I'll go to the courseware, click on the all courseware. So it should be able to, we can able to see it here, whatever is a complete and approved courseware. So in this module we have seen how we can able to manage all the my resource. This one is related to your thing, and how we can able to manage the authoring tool, which is called the main resource, and how we can able to manage the sub resources, which you can able to add, or so we can. And one thing I want to tell you is how we can able to create, how we can able to edit after you uploaded something wrong. Just click on it and you can able to edit from here, or you can see if there is any changes that you want to do. So this right now the sharing status is unshare. So I'll just click on share all, and then here I will just see sharing status, just share with all. So this is what you can do some changes if there is some kind of information that you want to sharing or unsharing status. And this is how you manage the resources and sub resources and the courseware and MySpace, and this is LCMS system. So next module we'll see how we can manage the syllabus and evaluation planner in the LMS system, learning management systems. And thank you for watching. Have a nice day.